Intellectual property right, Indian perspective. Intellectual property is a category of property that includes intangible creation of human intellect. There are many types of intellectual property and some countries recognize more than others. The most well-known types are copyright, patent, trademark, etc. This presentation content Introduction to Intellectual Property. What are intellectual property right? Patent, trademark, industrial design, copyright and related law, and conclusion. Introduction to intellectual property. Intellectual property referred to creation of mind, that is invention, industrial design for article, literary and artistic work, symbol, etc. used in commerce. Two categories: industrial property and copyright. Industrial properties are divided in trademark and patent, and copyright cover artistic work, literary work, etc. What are intellectual property right? A right which can be used for protecting different aspects of an inventing work for multiple protection. This is outlined in Article 27 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Intellectual property right or IPR are largely territorial right except copyright, which is global in nature. IPR can be assigned, gifted, sold, and licensed like any other property. Intellectual property right as a collective term include the following independent IP right. Number one is patent, copyrights, trademarks, register industrial design, geographical identification, GI, and protection of undisclosed information. Now, what is patent? An exclusive right granted by a country to the owner of an invention to make, use, and manufacture and market the invention. The patent right is a territorial in nature. Patent provide incentive to individual by recognizing their creativity, and this incentive encourage innovation. India is a member state of World Intellectual Property Organization WIPO, Paris Convention, Patent Cooperation Treaty, and Budapest Treaty. Patent in India. In India, Patent Act 1970 as amended by Patent Act 2005. Patent Office under the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, Ministry of Commerce and Industry is located in Kolkata, Mumbai, Delhi, and Chennai to deal with the application for patent. Now, what is trademark? A distinctive sign that provides the owner of the mark by ensuring the exclusive right to use it to identify goods or services. Well-known associated trademark, service mark, certification trademark, collective marks. Generally, the term of registered trademark is 10 years and this is renewable. To register a trademark, appropriate national and regional trademark office, WIPO administrator an international registration system for trademark. This is a few example of well common known trademark. Industrial design. The ornamental and artistic aspect of the articles, which may consist of 3D and 2D features such as shape or surface, pattern, line or color. It makes an article attractive and appealing. Hence, they add to the commercial value of the product and increase its marketability. Any technical features of the article not protected by it. Continue. Applicant can file a single international application either with WIPO or the national or regional office of country party to territory. Total term of registered design is 10 year and the extended period is 5 year. So this is a few example of industrial design. Geographical identification or GI is sign used on goods that have a specific geographical origin and possess qualities or a reputation due to place of origin. Registration of GI 10-year and renewable. The Geographical Identification of Goods Registration and Protection Act came into being in 2000. Imprisonment of term between 6 months to 3 years and fine between 50,000 rupees to 10 lakh rupees in Act. Law applicable in India. Location goods. Geographical Identification of Goods Registration and Protection Act in 1999. Now copyright. Copyright is a legal concept enacted by most government and grant to creator of the original work exclusive right to its use and distribution. A right which is available for creating an original literary or dramatic or musical or artistic work. In India, the Copyright Act 1957 as amended in 1983, 1984, 1992, 1994 and 1999 is available. Protection for the expression of an idea and not for the idea itself through copyright. The owner may assign to any portion of the copyright. A provision of fair use in the law which allow copyrighted work to be used for teaching and research and development. This is an example of copyright. Now conclusion. Intellectual property right reward creativity and human endeavor which fuel the progress of humankind. Understanding the country's IP right and following the best practice can drastically reduce the risk of losing the company intellectual property. Indian government has initiated various steps toward intellectual property right protection. So thanks for watching.